Good afternoon from Taiwan. This is Dyson Lin. Welcome to my live stream. Okay, let's read some comment first. Fishy Bloop. Hi, Fishy. Mike Wills. Good morning from Liverpool, Dyson. Hi, Mike. Hey, Fishy. What's going on, mate? Fishy. Soup, Mike. I'm doing well, thanks. We can see that two of my accounts just unlocked 6 ER, and the other account will unlock it 8 hours later. Tommy K, hope you're not a Liverpool fan, Mike. Hi, Tommy. Only one red team, and that's Forest. Okay, let's do some battle. Mike Wills, unfortunately, I am Tommy. Fishy, what's a Liverpool? Tommy, LOL. Mike, LOL, Tommy. At the rate we're going, you won't be long soon. Sad guy 59. Liverpool is a football club. Hi, sad guy. 傍晚好，傍晚好。傍晚好 means good evening. Okay, let's do some battle, and then I will read some comments. Our opponent is 5 ER and with 50% building health and 15% building damage. Usually, I will destroy the Doom Cannon first. 2 shots of barrage can destroy a Doom Cannon, but we need to attack at the dry location. Usually, I use 3 mechs and 3 boats of bombardiers and 1 boat of medics, or 3 mechs and 4 boats of bombardiers and 1 boat of mechs. Yeah, either 3 mechs or 4 mechs. Let's destroy the blaster, the shock blaster. Now we have 6 engine rooms, and our opponent has only 5 engine rooms. So we have some time advantage. But it's possible that our defense is weaker because I didn't unlock building health and building damage. So I think the real push point will be the day after tomorrow, when I unlock heavy choppers. I need 6 more chests to unlock heavy choppers. That means 2 days. By the way, an M7.8 earthquake happened in central Turkey. In fact, I accurately predicted an M8.0 quake could happen in Europe or South America within 60 days, just 10 days before the M7.8 quake happened. So I accurately predicted the earthquake. How did I predict the earthquake? Because I have a quake forecast station in Italy, and I invented a device called Air 2, and there is an Air 2 at the Italy station. Let's review the enemy's attack. The Air 2 is used to measure air voltage signals so that I can predict earthquakes. The Air 2 at the Italy station have recorded a very long signals, a very long set of air voltage signals that have run for about 1 year. From my previous experience, a signal that run a set of signals that run for about 1 year means a big quake about magnitude 8.0. And I compare the signals at the Italy station with my stations in Taiwan and California, and even one in China. The other stations didn't get such long signals, so my conclusion is it means a big earthquake in Europe or South America. Europe, because Italy is in Europe, and here by Europe, I also mean Turkey. Although we know that only a small part of Turkey is in Europe and the most part of Turkey in Asia. But for convenience, because usually Asia we mean Taiwan, China, and Japan, Korea, these countries, and Turkey. I think it. From my point of view, Turkey is a European country. But one thing is important. Although the M7.8 quake has happened, but we must know that after a big earthquake happens, it is still the nearby areas are still in danger within about 15 days. And we can note that again the full moon triggered the big earthquake. In fact, there was a paper from a Japanese scientist that said that he investigated the past history data and confirmed that the full moon can trigger earthquakes. I think that is reasonable because at the time of a full moon or a new moon, the Earth, the Sun, and the Moon are on a straight line. So there is some extra gravity from the straight line aligned Sun, Moon, and Earth. The extra gravity can trigger big earthquakes, I think. Uh, and and the 15 days after a full moon is a new moon. Uh, so again, it's another dangerous time. Uh, so and another thing is although the M7.8 quake is very big, but there are two possibilities. The first, it can be the main shock. In this case, there can many smaller aftershocks can happen within 15 days. And the second case is uh, the M7.8 quake is a foreshock, not a main shock. This is the most dangerous situation. In this case, another bigger main shock can happen within 15 days. In fact, this happened in Japan at least twice. The first time is the famous 311 M9.0 quake. A few days before the M9.0 quake, M7.2 or so earthquake happened in Japan. Usually, and the Japanese government thought that the M7.2 or M7.3 earthquake was a main shock. So nothing will happen afterwards. But they were wrong. A few days later, the M9.0 earthquake happened and killed about 20,000 people. Another example is the Kumamoto earthquake in 2016 or 2017. I'm not sure. First, a magnitude 6.5 or 6.7 or 6.3 earthquake happened in Kumamoto, and some Japanese people escaped from their home to some safe places, such as schools or stadiums. But again, the Japanese scientists and the government officials made a wrong judgment again. Again, they thought that the M6 earthquake was a main shock, and the biggest mistake was that the Japanese government officials told the people the main shock has happened. Now it is safe to go home. And the Japanese people, of course, they believed in their government. So the people that have escaped to safe places, they thought, okay, now the government said it's safe. Now it's time to go home, so let's go home. And they went back their home. That is a tragedy, because after they went home, the main shock happened. M7 and M7 big quake happened, and many people were killed. I hope the Japanese government and the other governments can learn from these tragedies. Because the Japanese officials always said that it is impossible to predict earthquakes. So it's obvious that they cannot predict earthquakes. They have no ability to predict earthquakes. In this case, how can they tell people it is safe? How can they tell people no other big quakes will happen? How can they tell people it's safe to go home? I think that is very irresponsible to say such things. From my previous experience, I know that after a big quake happens, uh, the following 1 week or 2 week or 15 days, it is still dangerous because either many aftershocks can happen or a bigger main shock can happen. Okay, now and yesterday I opened I opened my WhatsApp account and about 160 Turkish uh, Turkish people joined my WhatsApp group. In fact, the most of course they all wanted to know what the situation is. Will more earthquakes happen? My answer is yes. Within 15 days, the area is still in danger. So that is the current situation. And why are Turkish people asking my opinion? That is because in 2020, I accurately predicted 2 big earthquakes in Turkey. With my air, at that time I have some quake focus stations in Turkey, so I can use my signals to predict earthquakes in Turkey. And I also used iris signals to predict earthquakes. So at that time, many Turkish newspapers and the TV news reported how I accurately predict 2 big earthquakes in Turkey. So I was very famous in Turkey in 2020. You can search my name, Dyson Lin, on Google and you will find many news reports about me. But the most interesting is the reaction from the professors and the government officials from the Turkish government. Again, in fact, I found the situation is the same in Turkey as in Taiwan and Japan. The professors and the government officials all say that it is impossible to predict earthquakes. It is obvious that they are telling a lie. In fact, the governments of Taiwan, Japan, and Turkey spend much money sponsoring professors in universities to study how to predict earthquakes. If it is impossible to predict earthquakes, why do they spend such money? In fact, they always publish many papers describing how to predict earthquakes. So it is very strange. In their papers, they will say that it is possible to predict earthquakes, but on the other hand, they always cheat people. They all cheat people. They always tell people or newspaper or TV journalists that it is impossible to predict earthquakes. That is so strange. I think they are not honest. A few years ago, uh, I not only a few years ago. In fact, I have predicted earthquakes for many years, since 2008. So I have been predicting earthquakes for about 15 years. Uh, at first, most of my earthquake prediction was for big earthquakes in foreign countries. So the Taiwanese government didn't care about me. But later, the first time I accurately predicted a big earthquake in Taiwan, a strange thing happened. The Taiwanese government uh, sent official documents to ask my blog companies to shut down my blogs immediately. And the Taiwanese government also sent an official government to me. They warned me that they asked me to stop posting quick forecasts on the internet immediately. And they asked me to delete all my previous earthquakes from the internet. And they asked me that I must promise that I will never post any quick forecasts in the future. Otherwise, they can punish me, they can fine me money according to weather law. The weather law is very strange though. The weather law says that the Taiwanese government can post weather forecasts or earthquake forecasts, but it says that other people are not allowed to post weather forecasts or earthquake forecasts. Otherwise, they will be punished. The government can fine their money. The government can fine their new Taiwan dollars 20,000 to a million. And this happens again and again. Every time I accurately predicted a big earthquake in Taiwan, the Taiwanese government, specifically Central Weather Bureau, would send another official document to warn me. Then they did this a few times. Then finally, they fined me new Taiwan dollar to 200,000 new Taiwan dollars. And the day they find me money, all the Taiwanese newspapers and TV news reported me. It was a big news because I was the first man, I was the first person that was punished by the weather law. In fact, until today, I am still the only person that was fined money for posting earthquake forecasts. So we can, and one time in 2016, after I accurately predicted a big earthquake in Taiwan, 17 days, I posted my quick forecast 17 days before the earthquake happened. My Facebook group, now my Facebook group has 59,000 members. And some members are newspaper or TV journalists. So in fact, the journalists know my quake forecast before a big quake happened in Taiwan. But usually they dare not report it before a big quake happens, because they are afraid that the Taiwanese government can punish them with the weather law. So in 2016, the journalists didn't report my quake forecast before the earthquake happened. But as soon as the earthquake happened, they published the news reports about my earthquake forecast. Again, it was the big news, and the Central Weather Bureau sent an official document. This time, they warned me as usual, but they asked one extra question. They asked me that how I predicted earthquakes. They asked me to explain my method. That is interesting. That means they knew my method was useful. They knew that I can accurately predict earthquakes. Otherwise, why were they interested in my methods? Okay, we can see that my 6ER defense was not strong enough, I think. Perhaps it means I need a better layout. I think I will try another. Let's see. My current base layout was copied from Clean Clone Clan. Clean Clone Clan is a top player. I think he lives in Germany, I think. His name is very interesting. Clean Clone Clan. Very funny name. He is a very strong player. But the difference is he has a plus 50% building health and plus 50% building damage. So that's different. Let's see other top players. Lava Giant. Lava Giant is a top player. He or she lives in China, I think. Because he or she, I'm not sure. He or she was in my task force. So my task force, there are many top Chinese players in my task force. I think I will try this layout later. This layout is interesting. It puts two sky shields together to form, so the opponents will spend much time to destroy the two sky shields and the two engine rooms under them. Okay, I think I will copy this. I will copy this later. Another thing I found that Lava Giant didn't unlock Shock Blaster, so that saves two chests, I think. So I think next season I will try to do take right more strictly. This season I was trying to do take right, but and he or she didn't unlock shock launchers, and this will save 2 or 3 chests. Yeah, so I think obviously this season take right will win, I think. Okay, I will cut. Let's check other top players. Try the Sea. Again, try the Sea use the same layout, I think. And again, let's check other players. Kaiser 127. Kaiser 127 is another top player. I think he lives in Germany too. Okay, I can copy this because he he unlocked shock launcher. Okay, oh, and shock blaster. Uh, he unlocked motor, but I didn't unlock motor. But anyway, his technology is similar to mine, so I will copy this base. I think the combination of two sky shield and one shock launcher is very powerful. And even a crater launcher. So these two engine rooms will be very hard to destroy. Uh, an opponent will spend much time here, I think. Okay, I will copy this layout later. Okay, I think now it's 1841 in Taiwan. Okay, so although I said good afternoon, in fact it is evening, so it is more suitable to say good evening, I think. Now that this layout is not doing good, I think I will change my layout. Let's see the situation. We will let's see my third account that is still at 5 ER. Then let's do some battle. This account needs one more chest to unlock 6 ER. So I think I will do another live stream tomorrow morning, about 8 or 9 a.m. Taiwan time. Tomorrow morning I will do another live stream with all my 3 accounts at 6 ER with a new layout. I hope they will help. But even if that doesn't work, I will unlock heavy trap pass 2 days in 2 days. So I think heavy trap pass will be a game changer. I think I will get a diamond ranks after I unlock heavy trap pass. I think the top players we just visited, I think they have heavy trap pass. That is why they beat other opponents. At the start of this season, I used tanks and mechs. At first, I used 8 mechs for my attacks, and later I used mechs and tanks. And after I unlocked bombardiers, I used mechs and bombardiers. And later I added a boat of medics. Medics is for healing bombardiers after bombardiers were hurt by mines. So they can keep bombardiers alive for longer time. Now many opponents have some powerful troops such as laser rangers. This battle was not good. Let's retreat. Okay, let's watch the The opponent was a Sayonara Boy. An interesting name. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can see that it's Laser Rangers. Laser Rangers are very fast, but I will not unlock Laser Rangers now, because they will cost me 2 extra chests, and I'd like to use the 2 extra chests to unlock heavy choppers instead of Laser Rangers. Although they can beat me easily today, but I think I will beat them in 2 days. I am trying to unlock heavy choppers as soon as possible. So we can see that if I didn't unlock shock launchers and sky shield, perhaps not sure. Perhaps I should not have unlocked 2 extra boom cannons. If I can save these keys, I will have heavy choppers right now. So this is an important lesson. So next time when I do take ride, I will try to unlock as few things as possible. Okay. Let's read the comments and then let's end this live stream. And welcome to watch my live stream tomorrow morning. Tommy, Forest will stay up this season. Will on the up. Said guy. MC will get point deductions. MC Mike, Liverpool is the town in the UK. I'm from Fish, and the football team that's not very good at the moment. Okay. They are talking about football. Tommy, Man City in a spot a brother, yes. Mike, I hope Everton get relegated this season. Tommy, think they might will be close. Bonson, Bournemouth, Southampton, and one more. Fish. Oh, I see. Thank Mike. Is Seekers a good unlock? I'm really crazy hard when I unlock them. I think I will not unlock Seekers. Although I know they are very powerful. The reason is the same as I will not unlock Laser Ranger. I think we'd better save the keys for Laser Rangers or Seekers for heavy choppers. Because Seekers will not be so useful for 6 ER or 7 ER bases. So I prefer heavy choppers. Mike, hopefully Everton are the one more. Tommy, not really no fish. Mike, if you can use Seekers, then at 5 ER with no shock launchers, they are winner. And 6 with bully and troop damage, they can be good too. I can't use Seekers to save my life. Yes, another reason is in fact, many people are not good at Seekers, including myself. I know some top players, especially some top Chinese players, they are very good at Seekers. But for most players, it's difficult to use Seekers, I think. It needs a lot of practice to be good at Seekers. Tommy, Laser Rangers are the meta at the minute. Yes, Laser Rangers are very fast. Had a few try-seekers, but only one got me down. Mike, I'm using 4 max for DDoS and brick iron wheel. Made diamond last night after a week of being stuck 19 and 20. Yes, brick is very useful now. But I didn't unlock it because I want to go forward as soon as possible. And after all, we will unlock bullet after we unlock 6 ER. Tommy, you get 2 lasers. Mike, I'm skipping them, Tommy. I'm going 6 and heavy chopper first. Yes, that is the same as what I'm doing. Tommy, okay, bro. Good luck. Mike, nice one, Tommy. I'll need it. Tommy, maybe. Fish. Okay, Fish, you said a F word and YouTube suggests to hide it. Okay, I will hide it. I think YouTube doesn't like the F words. Said guy, I'm in your game log and lost to you, but I reached diamond already. Yes, it's yesterday I think I was in a game against said guy. Yeah, it's always a trade-off between being strong now or save the keys and being strong a few days later. But it's always hard to say which is better. It's always a gamble. Mike, that's really interesting, Dyson. I'm really into all the sciences. Yes, sciences are interesting, in fact. Fishy, I saw a news article claiming you were crazy, LOL. Of course, we can, I can understand why other scientists attacked me. Because you know, my success means their failure. We must know that now the government sponsor these scientists a lot of money every year, sponsoring their research. If the government find I am right and they are wrong, that means all the money will come to me and they will lose their money. So of course they will take me. In fact, all the famous professors in Taiwan and Turkey all attacked me the same way. So I am used to that. In fact, in Japan, in 2016, after I got famous in Japan, the NHK is the biggest Japanese TV company. NHK attacked me publicly. Yeah, I am used to it. And after NHK attacked me, a Chinese government newspaper attacked me too. In fact, that is I think their scientists, the Chinese government also sponsored their scientists to research earthquake prediction. They spend much money every year. But I can see that all their reactions are the same. Mike, in England, we don't get many natural things. In the 1980s, when I was in school, we got a magnitude 3 quake, and the school shook a tiny bit. Yes, Mike, I think you are lucky. You live in a safe place. In fact, I think most places in the world are safe. Big earthquakes only occur in some countries, including Taiwan, Japan, Turkey, and and the part of America, for example, California and Alaska. So many people in the world, they in fact, I found many YouTubers, many foreign YouTubers, they came to Taiwan, and one thing shocked them was earthquakes, because they said that they never experience any earthquakes in their countries. Mike, governments don't really care about the average person. Yes, that is true. I think governments only care about rich people. That is said. I think they should care more about average people. Fish, man, those people probably didn't even finish high school, but still got government official title weird. Yes, that is a problem caused by election, I think. In a so-called democratic country, after a president was elected, he or she can hire any people he or she likes, usually their best friends. Yeah. Mike, what causes the air voltage Dyson? Is it the quartz crystals in the rock under pressure? Yes, I think yes, you are right. In fact, if you are interested, you can search for NASA pre-earthquake signals on YouTube or on Google. You will find some YouTube videos or papers. In fact, YouTube is better because you can see the slides. A professor in NASA, a German scientist, in fact, a physicist, Friedman, it's a German name. He and his son worked at NASA. They researched the topic for 40 years, I think. NASA hired he and his son to research earthquake prediction. It's interesting that NASA is interested in earthquake prediction. And their research found that when a drug was put under pressure, the drug immediately emits electrical currents, and they can measure the current with devices. So I am glad to find this research, because the NASA research provides a theoretical foundation for my air voltage signals. Basically, that means drugs are under pressure, days or even months. In this Turkey case, my Italian quick focus station have detected the big signals for 1 year. That means 1 year before the big M7.8 quake happened, the drugs were under pressure for 1 year, and they have emitted electrical current continuously. And that is why I can measure air voltage, I think. Fishy, that said, Mike, I've had loads of fines. Just don't pay them LOL. Yes, but in Taiwan, the case is at first I didn't pay it because I have no money. But later, the government forced me to pay it. Yeah. Because I didn't have enough money to pay the fine at the time. So the Taiwanese government ordered me to pay it month by month. They asked me to pay 3,000 new Taiwan dollars each month. That means it will take me 6 or 7 years to pay the full payment, full fine. Then after I pay about 1/3 of the fine, a kind official, government official, judge or not judge, an official similar to judge, in Chinese called 书记官, secretary, I think, and secretary at the court. She took over my case and she interviewed me, and she found that I really didn't have money to pay the fine. So luckily, she canceled my remaining fine. I'm very thankful to her. So in fact, I only paid about 63 or 65,000 Taiwanese, about 1/3 of my fine. Mike, get some of them playing Boom Dyson. Fishy, he has secrets. Just don't shorten his name. Fishy, I don't know, probably a Kaban player, I mean. Fishy, I already know Lava John is Chinese. It's interesting that YouTube suggests to hide this information, but I think this is good. This is good. I already know Lava John is Chinese. Yeah, I think this sentence is okay. I don't know why YouTube think it's not okay. Go dirty in that account. Mike, the PRCO electric affair. Yes. I am not sure how to spell it correct. Yeah, it's P started with P. I'm not sure. Yeah. Anyway, the effect means pressure can produce electrical current. Yeah, that is right. Because I majored physics in college too. I studied at physics department at National Tsinghua University in Taiwan. National Tsinghua University is the number 2 university in Taiwan. Doko. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Doko. Hi, Doko. It's a Russian name, I think. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Perhaps I can try it in Google Translate. Okay, let's see how to pronounce. Google Translate is very useful. For example, I cannot speak Turkish, but I can use Google Translate to translate
Dachshund.
Google Translate says it's Mongolian, so it's not Russian, it's Mongolian. I'm not sure. Okay. Anyway, I translate it to English, and the English translation is Dachshund. Okay, let's assume it's correct. Hi, Dachshund. Mike, it's what sparks a electric lighter. Yes. In fact, yeah. You mean the lighter that we use to light a cigarette. Okay. So my conclusion today is that 6ER is not strong enough because I don't have building health and building damage. So I think another problem is I think my layout is not good. So I will change my layout And tomorrow morning, I will do another live stream, and we will see whether the new layout will work. Okay, so that's it for today's live stream. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.